Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Rhea and I'm from TNC True North Consultancy. Today we'll be talking about the much popular, the most awaited video, Yukon Community Pilot project. So watch till the end of the video to get the full information and the full facts on this video. So the most awaited video, which is the Yukon Community Pilot project, is here for you. I've been getting hundreds of DMs and messages, comments, emails because of this crazy hype that's been going on all over the world about Yukon, this small community program which people think that they can apply to because of all the false information that's been spread out over the internet. So in this video, I'll be clearing up all your doubts and providing you all the information that I have about this program to help you to make the best decision possible. The agents in your country might be telling you it's one of the easiest programs ever introduced by the Canadian government. You don't need IELTS, you don't need LMIAs, you don't need education, you don't need anything. You just fly to Canada and you start your job. Well, it's not that simple. The first thing you do need is 2 to 3 job offers from 6 communities based in Yukon. So it's not even the entire province of Yukon. It's 6 communities in Yukon, which are Whitehorse, Watson Lake, Dawson City, Haines Junction, Carmacks, and Carcross. These small communities have small businesses and they will not be able to support the thousands of applications Yukon is being flooded with at the moment. So these small communities, really small communities, I would say, that have businesses, maybe 40 to 50 businesses per community. And people are expecting to get job offers, not 1, not 2, but 3 job offers from one community. It's really not possible if you think about it. I'm not trying to put you down, but the information that's been spread out all over the internet at the moment, that it's really easy, the program is simple. I can assure you there are hundreds of programs that are much simpler than the Yukon Community Pilot project at the moment. The Yukon Community Pilot project is only issuing 50 work permits a year. So compare that to the thousands of applications that agents in your home country are promising you to get, it's just not going to be possible. And Yukon has actually put up an update on their website that false information has been uploaded all over the internet, and especially YouTube. They are discussing this directly with YouTube and they are going to be taking these videos down with all these false information for you guys. I know that this program got everyone excited and it was a really good opportunity, or it seemed like a really good opportunity for you to immigrate to Canada, but this program is not right for you. I wouldn't say that it's not completely right for you because there are 50 applications and possibly you could be one of them, but the unrealistic expectations that agents in your countries are giving you, that's what's not right for you pretty much. You need to take into consideration that you might not be one of those 50 applicants because that number is very small compared to the thousands of people that are looking into this application right now. So let's go a bit over the requirements in case you are wondering, because I would like to explain the requirements of the program as well. So in the Yukon Community Pilot project, you need to have 2 to 3 job offers in the same community, so they can be spread out into different communities. You need to have at least 30 hours of work full-time per week, and it should be non-seasonal, so that means it should be all throughout the year. The wage should meet or exceed the minimum wage of the community, and you should have experience in the job that you have been offered. Additional to this, you do need to have language, so you need to have IELTS to prove that you can meet the requirements of that job position. And basically all the job duties, the requirements set out in the NOC code, the NOC that you have been offered the position under, you need to meet those requirements as well. This is not a free-for-all pass. This is not, okay, they need workers so they'll hire anybody. This is not what it is. You still need to be able to meet the requirements of the NOC code, and you still need to be able to give your English requirement, your results to the community to apply for the work permit. One of the main points that I noticed while reading the requirements is that you need to have non-seasonal work, which is full-time work all throughout the year. Yukon is one of the coldest provinces in Canada, and it has an 8-month-long winter. So getting a full-time non-seasonal job is pretty tough, not impossible, but pretty tough in a province like that. So that's a big point that needs to be noted. And if you're planning to immigrate to Canada, do you really want to live in one of the coldest provinces that has a winter that's 8 months long? So let's say you have your 2 to 3 job offers from the community and you are ready to apply. What do you do next? The government of Yukon has something called that they have to issue a nomination to the employer. So the employer has to apply to the government of Yukon first before you can apply for permanent residency and a work permit. So first you would be getting a nomination from the government of Yukon with the job offers that you have. Once you have the nomination, and then you can apply for the work permit while your PR is being processed. So even though you don't need an LMIA for this job, your employer still needs to advertise for the job, which is a requirement when we apply for an LMIA. So pretty much they still need to show that they weren't able to find any Canadian citizens or PR for the job. Once they do that, they have to present these things to the Yukon community, the government of Yukon, with your application. They also have to show what kind of services they'll be providing you, such as accommodation. They have to make a plan for you, how they're planning to support you in the community while you work for them. With all these documents, the Yukon government will then assess whether they're eligible to hire you and sponsor you for this program. So it's not just a program that, oh, you have a job offer, so you're good to go. The Yukon government has to assess the employer to see whether they're in good standing with the community, their financials are good, everything is good, and they're able to support you for the file. Pretty much up to 3 employers can create one full-time position for you. So with that being said, you're in one community and you have 3 different job offers, and those 3 different job offers want to offer you about 10 to 12 hours a week. You will then be combining those job offers, which would then make it into a full-time job offer to then support your application. So the process that I just explained, you're not doing it for just one employer, you're doing it for 3 different employers, and you have to coordinate the 3 different job offers, and they all have to support you for the application. With all the questions and inquiries I got, I had to do some research on this program, and I had to see what the hype is all about. This program has been launched for a while. It's not new. It was launched earlier in 2020. It's a pilot program that will run for about 2 to 3 years. If it goes well, then it will be extended like most pilot programs are. But it's not something that needs to be hyped up right now, especially due to COVID and businesses closing down in a lot of smaller communities. This is not something that I would say is feasible at the moment. There's other PNP programs, there's other provinces which are much bigger. There's BC, there's Saskatchewan, there's Alberta, and then there's your express entry. You can go for a study visa. Many programs are doing much better than the Yukon Community Pilot program. So I'm not really sure why agents in other countries are hyping up this program. It probably is because there's not really much they can work with right now due to COVID. So don't fall into the traps of other agents telling you things like, oh, it's one of the easiest programs and you can do it without anything, without an LMIA. You don't need an LMIA. LMIA is just a word, but the process leading up to an LMIA is still the same. Maybe they don't need an LMIA, but they still need approval from the Yukon government, which is almost the same thing as an LMIA. You still have to do all the work leading up to an LMIA. The only difference is you're not applying to Service Canada, you're applying to the Yukon government. So in a nutshell, this program is pretty small compared to the thousands of people that are trying to apply for it, so I wouldn't really recommend it. I don't want to put you down and say don't try it all. Of course, you should always take your chances, but don't get your hopes up in this program. Don't fall into the traps of unlicensed agents not talking about something they have no idea what they're talking about. Basically, there are other programs, and if you wanted to have an assessment, have a consultation, we can definitely do that. We can look into it for you and see what program would be best for you, the fastest. And that's something that you would have to do an assessment, and would have to do some research and see for yourself whether you could do it or not. And if you need a consultant, we can definitely help you with it. We can book a consultation with you, and we can go over all the requirements. We do a one-on-one consultation over the phone, so we take down all your information and we kind of see which program you fit into and advise you accordingly. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll be leaving the link in the bio of the description of this video. And be sure to check out my website, check out my Instagram, because I put all my updates regularly on my Instagram page. Anything that's going on within Canada with all the Canadian immigration, any new programs, a lot of exciting things do happen, and Yukon is not one of them at the moment, that's for sure. So if you're interested, do contact us. We can definitely help you out. Until then, stay safe and stay tuned to TNC. Thank you so much for watching.